because I was sort of at that teen age where I was like, I want to drink behind my parents' back. Like, it was like a super relatable movie.
Yeah, I would have been 19 when this came out, which is just, ugh. But like, yeah, so I was living out of home at that point, and it's just like, looking back on it, I'm like, we could relate to it because it was like, oh, we just done all of this like 2 years ago at school.
Yeah.
And is there anything in the movie that you feel is like pretty dated looking back on it?
Yes. I was talking to someone and I was just like, it has not aged well. Like, the premise of the movie is, let's get these girls drunk so we can have sex with them. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm just like, oh, that is not good.
Welcome to the commentary booth, where we watch and, you guessed it, commentate on the week that was in movies and TV. I'm your host and play-by-play commentator, Jamie Apps, and each week I'm joined by a rotating cast of colour commentators to help you find your next viewing treat. This week I'm joined by an Aussie pro wrestler. Welcome to the show, Jesse Flynn.
What up? How's it going?
Not too much. How's things on your end of the world? Like we were just chatting before we started recording. How's your back doing?
It's sore, but we keep on going. Like, it was a big fall, but...
Yeah, so for those that may not have seen Newcastle Pro Wrestling's Steel City Showdown, Jesse decided to get chokeslammed off a ladder onto another ladder.
Yep, and it broke. We snapped that ladder.
Just crazy. Nuts.
Yeah.
So we're here today to chat about a particular movie that we are big fans of. Before we get into that, do you have a favourite movie and a favourite TV show that sort of gives us an idea of what your tastes are?
That's very hard. I feel like if you asked me every day, it would be a different movie. Like, I just love watching movies. Like, I was saying to someone the other day, I'll go to the movies just for the sake of seeing a movie. Like, I'll put anything on. I'm very into horror. Like, I love all the 90s horrors, like Scream and all that. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm also huge on, like, comedies and stuff like that. Like, when you said we're going to chat about Superbad, I was like, yeah, that's perfect.
So, yeah, this week we are celebrating a milestone moment in any boy's life. No, not that one. Well, kind of. We're going back to high school to celebrate the film Superbad as it becomes legal by turning 18 years old this year, which just is atrocious to hear.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's right. This is a 2007 coming-of-age teen sort of buddy comedy directed by Greg Mottola and written by 13-year-old Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg is when they first officially began writing this, which is just insane. And, yeah, they have a friend in this movie who, like any good sort of 17, 18-year-old kid, maybe 16 in Australia, they have a fake ID, and it follows these two seniors and their friend as they are forced to deal with separation anxiety as they plan to buy alcohol for a end-of-year celebration party, starring Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Seth Rogen, Bill Hader, Kevin Corrigan, Emma Stone in her acting debut, like film debut, which is pretty crazy to think about. What is your sort of history with this movie? When did you first watch Superbad?
I remember having one of my friends from school came back from Bali and bought it back for me on like the back in the day when everyone would just bring back like hundreds of DVDs from Bali.
I think mine was the exact same way.
Yeah, and they'd come in like the little like plastic sleeves and like, but yeah.
The little like paper CD sleeve, and then you just put it in a booklet. You just have this book of DVDs.
Exactly, and you'd have like hundreds of them. But yeah, I think that's the first time I had it because I don't think I would have been allowed to see that at the movies. Like,
no.
Being 32 and if it's 18 years old, I'm not good at maths, but yeah, I don't think I was old enough to go to the movies to see it. But yeah, so I watched that at home, and I think that like started me into that kind of comedy era, like going down being like, you know, following in like Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin and all those kind of like comedy movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the sort of the Judd Apatow.
Yeah, to me, I think like Superbad was that door that opened it, and like because I was sort of at that teen age where I was like, I want to drink behind my parents' back. Like, it was like a super relatable movie.
Yeah, I was. So I would have been 19 when this came out, which is just ugh. But like, yeah, so I was living out of home at that point, and it's just like looking back on it, I'm like, we could relate to it because it was like, oh, we just done all of this like 2 years ago at school.
Yeah.
So pretty crazy. For me, Judd Apatow, my first introduction would have been Anchorman. Because I did see The Cable Guy, but it didn't really click with me. But it was Anchorman was the one that clicked. Then 40-Year-Old Virgin hit, and that was awesome as well. Talladega Nights is one of my favorites.
Yep. They're all just so quotable, like, too. Like,
Yep.
and that's why I think they're so good, because you can just, like, drop a line from any of them and people are like, good. This is funny.
Yeah, then we hit Superbad. Pineapple Express was not really one for me. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was pretty great.
Yep.
Obviously, Step Brothers was my one, and then Get Him to the Greek and Trainwreck. But yeah, it's just crazy to see some of the movies that are in his list. Like, I knew he made a heap of these, but they don't. I just remember the quotes, like you said, the quotes and the moments from the movie. I don't necessarily go, oh, that's a Judd Apatow movie. And then when I looked at his Wikipedia and went through the list, I was like, holy crap, what a hit rate.
I can't remember what I watched back. I think I rewatched Love a while back, and I was looking at like all the movies he's done, and I'm just like, they're just all so good.
Yeah, just the hit rate. I was like, how has he got just in a row all just hit? I'm like, where's the dud?
Yeah, right? Like, he doesn't have one.
And then, so Superbad, this one was made for approximately $20 million.
Yep.
Opened at number 1 on the box office charts, held that spot for like 2 or 3 weeks, ended up making $170 million just in the cinemas, which is crazy for this movie that clearly doesn't have like a hugely wide appeal. Like, it's very targeted at people our age, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's not a movie where people like in their 40s are going to be like, let's go see this. Like, it was very targeted at like a younger audience.
And yeah, it became the highest grossing high school comedy until 21 Jump Street came out, which is another Jonah Hill movie. Jonah Hill was just on a tear in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, and I think it was like, you look at like Superbad and how that projected like all three of their careers, like how big, like that's where the whole like Michael Cera like lore started, the weird awkward white boy trend. Like,
yeah, I can't see any of these actors and not think, oh, it's Evan and Seth.
Right? Yeah.
And Fogel.
Yeah.
And then the other sort of big character, like I said, Emma Stone in her film debut. What did you think of her performance and how this launched her career as well?
Because I rewatched it this week when we were going to talk about it, and like did not realize that this was her first, like her film debut until like I looked into it. Watching it, like you wouldn't know, like it's someone's like first film, like, and I think she had like just a big enough part, but not too big to be like pushing it, if that makes sense for a film debut. Like, where she is in that film was like a perfect for like a debut, and again like launched her to bigger things.
Yeah, like it's an important role, but it's not Seth or Evan. She's not on screen all the time, so she's not overexposed as someone that's having their first film role.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
of the three sort of main characters, Seth, Evan, Fogel, do you have a favorite or a ranking for the three?
Okay. Third would be Fogel. It's hard because like I'm a Michael Cera like fan. Like everything he does, again, like I can't think of something he's been in and I'm like, that sucked. So I'd say he's probably at number one, and then yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Seth guy. I just love how ridiculous Seth is. Like,
yeah, he's so good.
The opening part where he's just like trying to work out which porn site he's going to subscribe to.
What's
parking in the faculty lot.
He can't. We won't get towed, and then it's gone. Like, I like in that conversation where like he's like, oh, they've got one site where like they pee on each other, and they're like, why do you want that? He's like, you never know what I'm going to be into later.
Yeah.
Like they're just talking about it like it's proper investments. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's an investment for the future. I might suddenly be into that.
yeah,
And then Evan's mum comes out, and you're just like, "Ah, Seth, calm down."
yeah,
Yeah, and then the whole like the faculty lot, like it's my final week. They should just be letting me park here, like Jesus. And yet he's just like so relatable in terms of he is like the awkward kid that's trying to be cool and just acting up and just a silly character. And then
yeah,
the moment that really seals it as like this character is friggin' hilarious is the moment on the soccer field is great, but the dick drawing treasure chest.
yes, that is my favorite
moment.
scene in the movie. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Some of those drawings.
Yeah, the one where it's just like riding down on the missile. I'm like,
Yep.
what is this dude doing?
Or like there's the gorilla with like the peeled banana. Mm-hmm. Like,
feeds into like the post like the credit scenes as well, and it's just like all of these highlights of ones that they didn't use for that.
yeah,
What is
exactly.
happening here?
Like, and I love like just thinking that like someone sat down for hours just drawing these dicks. Like, it wasn't just like a 5-minute job. Like, they would have spent hours being like, what can we make these wild dick drawings?
Yeah, especially back 2007.
Yep.
It's not like they just generative AI'd a whole bunch of dick drawings.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it would have been like, okay,
They
we'll
paid an artist to do this.
Yeah.
Imagine the person getting that email being like, "Hey, can you draw a whole bunch of dicks in weird situations?"
We need 50 to 60 dick drawings. The more veins, the better.
And then your favorite, Evan, what is the moment that sort of stands out as him being so great?
It's hard because in the movie, I think I do have a soft spot 'cause like I said, I'm a Michael Cera fan, but like Evan, just like he balances Seth's like character. Like Seth's just this like wild, will do anything, and Evan's just kind of like chill, like I don't care. So I think that's why I think the duo between them is just like great.
Yeah,
Like-
I think I personally relate more to Evan. Like I'm
Yep.
like, I am Evan.
Yeah.
That was me at school. But yeah, the things that like I love the after the soccer freak out and they talk to that other kid and they're like, "Okay, pissy pants." He's like, "It
Yeah.
was one time." He's like, "People don't forget."
Yeah, it was like it was in the 6th grade. It's like people don't forget.
And then his singing moment as well is just a
Yeah.
classic.
Yeah, I think that's
Classic
probably
moment.
like the best part for me. Like, yeah, just like the moment they discover him and he's just trying to like awkwardly not be there, but like he's just kind of standing looking at things on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's this guy?
That's that guy's brother. He's a singer. Like, no, I'm not. And then obviously Fogel, McLovin, he's like the catalyst for all of the craziness that kicks off with his fake ID with a single name as a 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. And they're just like, what are you doing?
And when he's like, it was Adam Muhammad.
Why would it be that or Muhammad? Because it's the most common name in the world. Read a book. And then the girl that he hooks up with at the party is just the dumbest human being ever. Like, she's the classic ditzy high school girl.
Yeah, the very stereotype, like, oh, I'm dumb.
When she asks him, "So what's Hawaii like?" And then when he's getting dragged out after being arrested, and she says to, like, Jules or something, "We were going to go to Hawaii."
Yeah.
Like,
The whole like
fool.
side story of him and the cops butt is just like, I forgot how funny that was.
Oh, yeah. Every moment is great.
Yeah, him just like, and like the fact that when they're trying to get like the homeless guy out of the restaurant and he just gets like the shit beat out of him, but then the homeless guy knocks himself out and they're like, yeah, you did it.
You did it, McLovin. Yeah. Like, it's so hard to pinpoint one moment in this movie because it's just like, when you rewatch it, you go, "Oh, yeah, this is probably the moment." And then the next thing happens, you're like, "Oh, yeah, this is hilarious too."
And there's so much you like forget about in like, because you remember the like memorable moments that like you can quote and like the dick drawings, but then like the singing part, like I forgot about that and just like lost my shit when that happened in the movie. Like,
and then when the cops are explaining like, oh yeah, we're probably not going to catch that guy because when I first became a cop, I thought everything was like CSI and there was just semen on everything. And if he'd like came in there and punched you and then jizzed on you and left, we probably would have caught him, but we're not going to catch him.
I just love like how dumb those two cops are, like, and they again like they make the movie too, like,
yeah, Bill Hader and Seth Rogen,
yeah,
just nuts, like just totally wacky characters, but so lovable at the same time. Like you want to see them succeed, but also fail miraculously.
Bill Hader is just so underrated to me. Like I think he's so good in every movie he's in.
The moment when when they like try to arrest Evan and Seth, and he's like, "Pussy's on the pavement, pussy's on the pavement." Now hold his hand. Why? Do it.
I also love when like Seth Rogen's chasing him and he's like, he's so fast. Like he's just like getting past it. Like it's
fast your life. It's fast your life. Yeah, he's awesome. And then the other crazy moment is obviously the party that they, not the actual party that they want to go to, the side party that they end up at with Mark and Francis, who end up with a bit of a punch on outside, and he kicks him right in the balls. The dance sequence, that's a great moment for Seth as well, when he's dancing with Mark's girlfriend.
Yeah. And then I like that she blames it on him. She's like, we were going to get married.
Yeah, she gaslights it into it's his fault. And he's just like, what? I did what? You danced with me.
Yeah.
And the way he dances is just great too. Like
so good. Yeah. The most like awkward white boy dance ever. Like,
yeah. It's so funny. And
attention, trading card collectors! Are you ready to take your collection to the next level? Dive into the action with the limited edition Australian wrestling card, showcasing the most electrifying talents Australia has to offer. Imagine owning cards featuring legends such as Robbie Eagles, Shazza McKenzie, Shane Hayes, Madison Eagles, and many, many more. But that's not all. You'll also snag cards of the iconic referees, commentators, and announcers, just like me, Lord Andy Coyne, to truly capture the spirit of Australian independent wrestling. And as our homegrown talent continues to dominate the world stage, Ozrest cards are destined to become hot commodities. Not only will you be owning a valuable piece of wrestling history, but you'll also be supporting the amazing wrestlers and talented photographers behind the magic. So don't wait! Grab your Australian wrestling cards now at pariomagazine.com.au/Ozres cards. Order today and kickstart your collection with a bang!
the moment where Seth is going to go buy the alcohol, when you first watched it, did that like trick you and you thought it was real? Because I definitely did the first time I watched it.
100%. Like even when I rewatched it, I was like, I don't remember that happening. And then I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then like
it's the dream sequence.
Yeah, and I was like, that makes sense. I do remember this now.
And I'm trying to think, the moment where it like, I don't think it was until like he attacked the cop where I was like, okay, this is a dream sequence. Like, the first fake out where the grandma like just says, enjoy fucking Jules.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Like, it's so good how like happy it all is. Like, oh, you dropped your purse. Here you go. Oh, would you like me to buy you alcohol? I love that.
Oh, it was the $80 note. That was the moment where I was like, this is a fantasy because it's $80. He goes, $80 exactly.
I also love with Fogel how he's got the vest and they're like, why are you wearing a vest? It makes me look mature.
Yeah, no, you look like Aladdin. There's a very like universal moment too when Fogel is going in to buy the alcohol at the liquor store, and there's one caveat that they give to him: don't get Sam Booker again. And I was like, yep, Sam Booker sucks. Everybody has that one alcohol where you look back and go, I'm never touching that again.
Yep.
Do you have one, and which one would that be?
Tequila.
Yeah, tequila's a pretty common one, I think.
Yep. Yeah, even the smell of it, I'm like, oh, PTSD.
Yeah, yeah, it's not good.
Is yours? Have you got just Sam Booker, or have you got others, or?
I haven't drunk since I was like 22. So
Yeah, okay.
But back then, yeah, Sam Booker was pretty bad. Vodka, weirdly, is the bad one.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
What did you think of sort of the Jules and characters as well? I thought Jules is great because you think she's female version of Seth.
Yep.
But then they twisted at the end where she's more in tune with Evan. Like, she's not drinking, even though Seth thinks she is and feels like he's blown it because of that.
Yeah. I think, again, like, it's hard because they weren't, I think they were in that right balance of just enough of, like, not knowing, like, I feel like if there was more, it would have been, like, too much, if that makes sense. Like, I think they were, like, the perfect level of, like, side character. But I kind of liked the twist that, like, it left you thinking, like, oh, you know, like, she doesn't drink, she's not this wild person you think she is. And now you're kind of thinking, like, where will they go together kind of thing?
Yeah. And then Becca, like, her striptease at the end is... that's a great scene as well, the sort of the striptease leading into the vomit.
Yep. I relate to, like, a line so hard, and, like, obviously being young I didn't, but, like, when she's, like, ripping the jacket off and he's like, be careful, it's vintage. And I'm like, that is the most me thing. Like, I'll wear, like, a vintage shirt, and if anyone touches it, I'm like, just relax.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, so we've talked about all of the really funny, hilarious moments, but it's kind of a really heartfelt, sort of emotional movie there. The end, too, when they both sort of like, Evan and Seth realize, like, oh, we are going our separate ways. This is kind of our last hurrah type thing of our last party, but after this, we're sort of going to end up going to different places. You're going to college, I'm not. And then, yeah, it really, like, connects of, you sort of go, yeah, I had high school friends that I haven't spoken to since high school, or things like that, where it's like, we were the closest friends, but now we barely see each other.
Yeah, and I think that's something to me, like, that side of it didn't click until rewatching it the other night, and I was just like, that's, like, very relatable. Like, there were people, like, in high school that I was, like, best friends with, had been friends with them since, like, primary school, and now, like, you don't see them as much, and, like, not for any reason, but just because, like, you know, people's lives
happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they went this way, I went that way, like, and then, like, you know, I'm sure if I saw them, it wouldn't be, like, awkward and weird, but I'm like, oh, like, what have you been up to? And our paths would just be, like, totally different.
And then that's where, like, the cinematography comes in, where they have that final shot of them going the opposite directions on the escalator type thing and drifting apart. I just thought that's so well done. It's not just put these people in these silly situations and see how ridiculous they can get, because I imagine there was a lot of ad-libbing.
Yep.
But there's also great cinema moments.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's all really well shot, and, like, everything's thought out to, like, pass the just, let's just point a camera and hope for the best. Like you were saying, like, that last shot of, like, them going down and then kind of fading off. It was, like, really, like, a strong moment of, like, cinematography and, like, meaningfulness.
And is there anything in the movie that you feel is, like, pretty dated looking back on it?
Yes. I was talking to someone and I was just like, it has not aged well. Like, the premise of the movie is, let's get these girls drunk so we can have sex with them. Mm-hmm. And, like, I was like, oh, that is not good. And even, like, there's the line when they finally get to the party and, like, oh, Becca's been wanting to talk about how she wants to sleep with you. And he's like, oh, but she's drunk, I shouldn't. That happened. I was like, sick. And then, like, she just turns around and goes,
yeah, her best friend's like, here, you just get drunk as well. It's all right.
Yeah, if you get drunk, it's okay. And I'm like, oh, no. So, like, that aspect of it hasn't aged very well. But, like you said, it's 18 years old. Times have changed, like, a lot. Like,
yeah, like, those early 2000s were very different in terms of that sort of realm.
Yeah, and yeah, like, a lot of comedies now. And, like, that's, like, a lot of those era movies, like, would have a lot of jokes that just will not hold up well. But like at the time where things were, like it was just kind of what was the norm then. And like it's good that it's not like that anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, thankfully that's kind of bookends it. Like it's the setup at the start and then the bit at the end. Everything in the middle is just the chaos that ensues.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
get to those things.
That's what I think is good. Like, and that's why I think people don't like. It's not a frowned upon movie where it's like, oh, it's just an hour and a half of these three dudes trying to get girls drunk. But it's like that's the plot. But there's all the stuff in between that's not about that at all.
Yeah, it's about just two friends going on this crazy journey over one night.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I think apart from that, and obviously there's like a few jokes in there that you kind of like, that wouldn't fly these days. Like,
yeah, the girl that had to get the breast reduction, that's probably a joke that probably wouldn't make a movie this.
That scene, it's still hilarious. What does he say? It's like I
gotta get a glimpse of these warlocks.
Yeah. He's like, it's like slapping God in the face.
Yeah. Another great thing that like really pinpoints this in an era too is that the flip phones and like the PlayStation, I think it was like 2 or 3 that he's playing, and but the flip phones and like the crappy phone reception, I was like, yeah, that's so early 2000s. I was like, I can hear part of this conversation, but not all of it.
I love that part where he's just like on the phone and she's listening and he's like, you're a piece of shit, I'm gonna slap you so hard.
And she's still like, I like this guy.
Yeah. I love that flip phones are making a resurgence, but like,
oh yeah, it's so weird. Have you seen any of the flip phone, like kind of iPhone style where it like flips out into one big screen?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm not going to get one, but it's cool that it's a thing.
I don't need that much phone screen.
Nah, I hope we're bringing back like hip tops next.
Yeah, or the ones that like slid up, like the screen slid up, and they were the best. The BlackBerry type ones. I had one of those.
Yeah.
Just to make myself look older than I already am.
I had one in high school, and like I remember I begged for one. This is like a side story, but I begged for one in high school because I was like, I want to go on MSN all the time to talk to my friends, and like got it. But then like all my friends were at school, so like no one was on MSN during the day, like.
And like phone internet back then was atrocious. It was so slow. Like you'd load any picture, and you had to like deal with the like lines of picture loading in.
Yep.
If you were to be able to sort of recast Superbad from Aussie wrestling, who would fill out your Superbad house party roster?
All right, I'll start with the 2 cops. That would 100% be the dropouts, Scott Green and the Tuck Man. Like, just because like big lovable idiots and everything they do is like chaos but works out in the end, and you just want them to win.
Yep.
Fogel. There's only one person that comes to mind, and like honestly, he might be the most awkward person in Australian wrestling, and it's Joe Waterfall Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's a child too, it also makes a lot of sense. Like he's the type of person that would come to training and be like, I got a fake ID, and it'd be like a picture of someone else. Would like the Seth and Evan are hard. Like they're the hard two that I'm like, I don't know who they would be.
I feel like Seth could be maybe like a Mick Moretti of just like the chaos agent, where it's just like you never know what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like the other Seth I thought could be Carter Deems, because chill but also chaotic at the same time, like a bit unhinged. And Evan's the hard one. Evan's like, I don't know who is the Evan of Australian wrestling.
They have to be like mainly serious, but then also be willing to do the stupid things that they get led down the wrong path.
Yeah, exactly, which is, that was the hard one. I was like, I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, who gets led down the wrong path a lot? I would think maybe Jesse Lambert.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, deep down, he's a good kid, but when...
He's got that, like, naive side that's like, this person's great.
Yeah, when the dropouts tell him to do something really dumb, he's like, yeah, I'll do that. That seems funny.
Yeah, no. I can see that one actually.
So yeah, that's Superbad, recapped, reviewed, 18 years later. Again, I just feel incredibly old saying that. In terms of a rating, what would you give Superbad today out of 5?
I'd say about 4. It's still like really up there. Like I said, there's those like some parts in there you kind of like, oh, but like as we we're saying, because it's not heavily focused on that, it's kind of like you can kind of like turn a blind eye to it and focus on the chaos in the middle. So yeah, I think it still holds up like really good. How about you?
Yeah, I would give it a 4 as well. Like, obviously, if you've never seen it, it might not hit today just because of some of those premises and the age of it. But anybody that has seen it, I think you can still go back and watch it now and you will laugh a lot more than you even think you will, because there's very rarely a scene where you go, oh, that didn't really do anything for me. There's always something in every scene where you laugh. Like, even in the liquor store when Fogel grabs the beer out of the shelf. I'm like, I've done that.
Drops the beers, yeah.
Like I think every kid's done that. They go in to buy alcohol for the first time, you just grab the 6-pack and it pops off and you go, oh.
Yeah. And even rewatching, like, I was like, okay, it'll be like, I'm obviously going to watch it, but it'll be more background noise. And I was like, no, I'm like invested. Like, I was like, I forgot how funny this is.
Have you watched it like multiple times as well since it came out? Like
Yeah.
It took me like, every time a new scene came in, it was like 2 seconds. I was like, I know what happens now.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd forgot it, I just knew exactly what that scene was within 2 seconds. But
yeah,
most of it I knew.
That I was kind of like, what's this again? And then it happened. I was like the singing scene. I was like, I don't remember this. And then it started. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just a really fun movie. So thank you everyone for listening to the commentary booth. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe on podcast services and YouTube. Jesse, where's the best place to find you on the internet and around Australian wrestling?
On the internet, I'm at Jesse Flynn Pro on Instagram and Twitter. I don't have Facebook because I've never made one, and then yeah, I'm around Melbourne a bit and Newcastle and Sydney at places like Newcastle Pro, IWA, PWA sometimes, Deathmatch Down Under. Wherever I turn up, I'll be there.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably quieting down for now, but yeah, keep an eye out for Jesse in 2026 now. Jesus.
Yeah, scary.
Awesome. And then you can follow me on social media at JamieApps Media and at Pario Magazine. Jesse, thanks for taking the time to chat with me, and we'll catch you around.
Yeah, no worries. I'll talk to you soon.